Peace. Welcome to the YouTube live book reading of Animal Speak. Learn the language of the animals, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small, by the great Ted Andrews. Welcome. Peace. Hi, it's Heart Love. Welcome to this July 4th edition of Animal Speak. And where we pick up, yes, page 211 for everyone in the playlist and replays. And reading along, all the book lovers community. This is a big one. Reading along with us, the bottom of page 271, Fox. Fox medicine. Thank you, Starway Healing, for the 999 hertz frequency we have playing with us. Gratitude and highest heart love. The Fox, keynote. Feminine magic of camouflage, shape shifting, and invisibility. Cycle of power, nocturnal, dawn, and dusk. Welcome, YouTube. Highest heart love. The fox is the fox is a totem that has touched almost every society on the planet. It is a totem that speaks of the need to develop or the awakening of camouflage, invisibility, and shapeshifting. It is one of the most uniquely skilled and ingenious animals of nature. It can teach these skills to those whose life it enters. There are 21 species of fox, and they can be found in most parts of the world and in varied climates. It is found along seashores and in the mountains, in the deserts, and in the Arctic. It lives in North and South America, Europe, Asia, and even Australia. The fact that there are 21 different kinds of foxes found throughout the world has great metaphysical significance. Card 21 in the tarot deck is the world. It is a card that reflects a new world opening up, that the process of creation is beginning. It reflects that the world is growing and shapeshifting itself into new patterns that will be beneficial. For those with the fox as a totem, meditating upon this card can be of benefit to go to understanding how Fox energy will be helping with creation. It can reveal what is growing and shapeshifting or needing it within your own world. The fox has a long history of magic and cunning associated with it. Because it is a creature of the night, it is often imbued with supernatural power. It is often most visible at the times of dawn and dusk, the between times, when the magical world and the world in which we live intersect. It lives at the edges of the forest and open land, the border areas, because it is an animal of the between times and places. It can guide to enter the fairy realm. Its appearance at such times can often signal that the fairy realm is about to open for that individual. In the Orient, it was believed that foxes were capable of assuming human form. In ancient Chinese lore, the fox acquires the faculty to become human at the age of 50, and on its 100th birthday, it becomes either a wizard or a beautiful maiden who will ultimately destroy any man unlucky enough to fall in love with her. There are several American Indian tribes that tell tales of hunters who accidentally discovered their wives were foxes. This is very symbolic of the idea of magic being born within the feminine energies, and that unless a male can recognize the magic of the feminine in himself or in others and learn to use it to shapeshift his own life, it will ultimately lead to destruction. The Cherokees invoke fox medicine to prevent frostbite, and Hopi shamans always wear fox skins in their healing rites. The Choctaw saw fox as the protector of the family unity. Apaches credited fox with the killing of the evil bear and for sticking its tail into the flame and stealing fire for humans. In other societies, fox was also held in great esteem. In Persia, it was sacred, for it helped the deceased get to heaven. In Egypt, fox fur was thought to bring favor with the gods. The Indians of Peru had a fox god. The fox was often believed to reward those who did its service. An examination of fox behaviors and characteristics will reveal much about the role and the energy it represents for you individually. Almost all foxes have sharp snouts, large ears, long bushy tails, and long thin legs. The large ears help the fox to keep cool in the summer, as they dissipate heat through them. For someone with a fox totem that has difficulty with summer heat, combining the hair or combing the hair behind the ears will almost always bring relief. The most common fox in North America is the red fox, but not all red foxes have reddish fur. The fur of the red fox has variations, just as human hair does. Some may have the reddish coat, others may be more brown, and still others may have a black and silver fur. In general, the red fox is associated with sexual energy, the kundalini, and the freeing of the creative life force. A study of colors and their symbology may help you further define the role of your fox in your life. Page 273, welcome all reading. Hi, it's Heart Love. Animal Speak. We're in fox medicine. Peace, Grayson. Hi, it's Heart Love. Thank you for being here and reading with us. Master Ted Andrews. Thank you guys for the likes and subs. We're pushing toward 500 reading books in this corner of YouTube where we learn from masters and read their books. Hi, it's Heart Love. 273 in the middle. Except for the Arctic fox, the fur does not change color with the seasons. The Arctic fox also has more rounded ears, providing more insulation against the cold. The coat of the fox serves as camouflage, and most fox coats have variations of color within them. This facilitates their ability to stay camouflaged and remain relatively unseen. Practicing and using camouflage is something everyone with a fox totem should learn to do, working to blend in the with the surroundings, to come and go unnoticed. Moving silently about without revealing your intentions is all part of what Fox teaches. Much of this is reflected in learning to control the aura. Ding! The energy field around your body. You can adjust its frequency and intensity so that you harmonize more with others. You can focus on changing its appearance so that you blend in. Practice by standing against a wall and see yourself and your aura becoming the color of the wall, just as if you are fading into it. The next time you go to a party, take a seat in a chair or on a couch and see yourself as a fox that blends in perfectly with its surroundings. Remember that a fox is most often seen when it is out in the open. So visualize yourself as taking on the color and pattern of the chair. Then sit quietly and watch how many people accidentally bump into you or even begin to sit on you because they did not notice you were sitting there. You will be amazed. Practicing, practice is key, right? That's what this is a part of. Practice seeing yourself as a fox when you enter or leave a party or gathering. See yourself as blending into the gathering, melting into it. Do not be surprised as the night goes on when people make such comments as, "When did you arrive? How long have you been here? I didn't see you come in. When did you leave?" The more you work with fox energy, the easier this becomes. The historical character of Merlin had to have used fox medicine and energy to accomplish much of what he did, but he practiced it. Even during his lifetime, Merlin was largely ahistorical and unrevealed. He was largely unknown to the greater public, except as Merlin when he was summoned by kings or needed desperately to recruit other allies. He came silently, disguised as a poor shepherd, as a woodcutter, or as a peasant. Even the sovereigns failed to recognize his in his various disguises. He practiced concealment habitually and for a long period of time. For those with fox totems, it will be important to learn that this art of camouflage and its related arts of invisibility and shapeshifting are useful. The fox uses its ability at quiet camouflage to its benefit. With practice, you can develop this same kind of ability and apply it so that you may see and hear things you otherwise could not. Another aspect of fox fur has significance as well for anyone with a fox totem. Hair is often associated with psychic energy, serving as antenna. The fox has two kinds of fur. It has a short, dense, woolly undercoat, and it has a longer, stiffer guard hairs that overlie the undercoat. This serves as a protector, and is usually darkest on the back. Hair and fur are ancient symbols for energy and fertility. The layers of fur reflect levels of energy and levels of fertility. With the fox, it is the undercoat, which is the primal energy source from which an individual draws his or her abilities. The outer layer protects and defines how the energy is being used by the individual. As the outer hair changes, so does the expression of the inner creative force. Hair should become very important to an individual with a fox totem. If a change is needed on certain levels, learning to change the hair to reflect the change desired helps to activate fox energy so that shape shifting can begin. The brush or tail has always been considered the most sacred part of the fox. Although this is not necessarily true, it does hold great significance for one with a fox totem. When it runs, the foxtail is always in a horizontal position out from the body. This acts as a rudder. This horizontal position is the feminine form. Thus, the foxtail is a symbol of directly guiding the feminine creative forces. It is especially beneficial to the fox when making abrupt and sharp turns. If the focus stays on the creative energies, any sharp turn in the individual's life will be accomplished with ease. The tail also serves as insulation from the cold for the nose and feet, as the fox wraps itself up in its tail. Individuals with fox totems have an ability to insulate themselves from anything that may seem to be cold, especially in relationships. They can become warm and cozy in themselves. The overall thickness of the fur makes the fox look much larger than it really is. This is especially significant for those with fox totems. These individuals have the ability to make themselves appear larger than they actually are. Because of this, an individual schooled in working with this aspect of fox medicine can use it to his or her advantage for personal protection or for making greater impressions in various areas of his and her life. In the winter, a thick tuft of hair grows on the toe pads of on the bottom of the feet. This helps keep the feet warm and gives better traction, something that those with fox totems should be careful to do. Although a fox dislikes getting wet, it is an excellent swimmer. This is also very significant, for it says something about the innate character of those with a fox totem. They have learned to draw upon the and express the feminine energies, the creative force in the outer world. For them, there is no desire to go back into the waters of life feminine, but they will do so if it is necessary. The legs of the fox are adapted for running. There is tremendous stamina to them, an ability they can bring to others. Their favorite gait is a trot, and it is believed that they can trot indefinitely without exhaustion or the appearance of such. Few animals of a similar size can outrun the fox. Learning to establish a trotting pace is essential to those with a fox totem for their overall health and success. The fox also runs in such a way that the tracks look like a single line of footprints. The fox also runs in such a way that the tracks look like a single line of footprints. During the trot, the feet are placed almost directly one in front of the other. This reflects straightforward expression of the feminine energy. Fox walks and runs on its toes, something very cat-like. This is also significant for the fox is part of the canine family, dog, but it embodies a feline characteristic. Thank you so much for the likes. Oh my goodness. This is so good, right? Fox medicine. Highest heart love. The fox also has the ability to run up trees if it is necessary. This reflects an ability to move into new dimensions and call upon new resources instinctively. The gray fox, particularly, has the ability to climb a tree much like a cat would by using the claws of its back feet to push it up. The senses of the fox reveal much about the potential within those who have it as a totem. Its hearing is very acute. They are like mini antennae. They can pick up the squeal of a mouse over 150 yards away. Those with the fox totems have an excellent ability to hear what is not being said, as well as in a whispering that may be going on. This ability is also tied to clairaudience, the ability to hear spirit. The fox also has excellent eyesight. In fact, they have elliptical eyes, just like in a cat. They are colorblind, but they have a great ability to see varying shades of lightness and darkness. This gives an individual the ability to size people up very accurately. They also have a great ability to see moving objects, especially at the edges or borders of areas. Because of this, it is not unusual for those with fox totems to develop the ability to see spirit. Actually, see those beings of the between places, the fairies and the elves. This will happen if Fox has come to you. By far, its keenest sense is the sense of smell. It hunts as much or more by smell as by the other senses. The fox is fascinated by unusual odors, and those with fox totems respond strongly to smells, detecting subtle differences in odors. Smell is one of its forms of social communication, deciding who to socialize with. It would be beneficial for anyone with fox medicine to study aromatherapy. Sexually, the sense of smell is one of their strongest stimulants, and it has a key impact upon the degree and intensity of arousal for those with fox medicine. There is strong connection between fragrance and sexuality, and for those with fox medicine, this is critical. The sexual energy is our most creative energy. It is a part of our Kundalini energy and the force within the body. This force is critical in all activities. If controlled and channeled, it can be used for a variety of purposes. One of the most dynamic being for the art of shapeshifting. A fox entering one's life as a totem may reflect the awakening of the Kundalini. Such an individual to whom Fox comes often has a great capacity for sexual expression with an ability to practice it in rich and varied ways, often with little inhibition. This aspect may often be camouflaged until the right moment. The sense of smell is also associated with higher forms of discrimination and discernment. One working with fox medicine should sniff out each situation. This will let them know who to avoid and who to connect with. Does this person smell right? Does something smell funny about this situation? Most foxes have only one partner. They are very monogamous. Ding! They also live alone about 5 months of the year. They are often solitary and comfortable with that state most of the time. The red fox vixens, females, search for a den usually only when they are pregnant. If possible, they return to that same den year after year, adding to it and making it larger and more comfortable. This same quality and love of the home is found in those with fox totems. Although foxes are territorial and travel within that territory, they do return to their home, their den. Those with fox medicine may find themselves as territorial in activities, but also inclined to return to their home and improve it. A litter of fox cubs usually numbers from 1 to 6. They are blind and deaf when they are born, but they move from that extreme to one of great sight and great hearing as they get older. If the cub survives its first year, it will usually live several more, establishing its own territory. This reflects that those with fox medicine may have their greatest tests in childhood, but also their greatest instinctual education in the art of survival. The fox is a survivor and a great hunter. In spite of encroachment on its territory and the history of being hunted it has been exposed to, it still manages to survive. Yes. Its instincts are great. Some have said it has survived because it's cowardice, but this cowardice is nothing more than the fox having learned to avoid potential danger. It will go out of its way to do so. The fox is actually the farmer's friend, although many farmers accuse them of stealing and killing chickens and such. Usually, the fox that does this is old and unable to hunt more difficult prey. The fox actually consumes vast numbers of beetles, crickets, grasshoppers, and especially mice and other rodents. Mice, in fact, are its favorite food, and those with fox totems should also study the characteristic of mouse. The fox has a small appetite, but it may eat small amounts frequently throughout the day, caching away extra food in its den. This can reflect a beneficial eating habit for those with a fox totem. Foxes are dainty, graceful, and light footed in hunting. They actually hunt more like a cat, often leaping upon their prey and holding it with their front paws. The fox is crafty and patient, and it will lie in camouflage intensely, studying its prey until just the right moment to attack. Probably the fox's cleverest hunting technique is charming. In this technique, the fox is seen near at a prey, performing various antics. It will leap and jump and roll and chase itself. so that it charms the prey's attention. While performing, the fox draws closer and closer without its prey realizing. As it is caught up in its seemingly non threatening antics. Then, at the right moment, the fox leaps and captures its prey. This is a camouflage technique, one associated with behavior. It is one that those with the fox totems can use to capture any prize. As you develop attunement to the fox and learn its magic, any prize can fall to you. And that completes Fox Medicine. Woo! We're in chapter 13, Dictionary of Animal Totems. That was just one. Wow. Fox Medicine. Woo! Thank you so much for the likes and subs. Thank you for being in this corner of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. I'm Master Uriel Neveu Riley, Master Fitness Trainer and Master Poet and the father to a daughter. We leave that off at page 277 now. Down at the bottom. Let me go back a couple pages and read this caption and headline. Page 273. For all those reading along and in the playlist of Animal Speak by Ted Andrews, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small. We are learning the language of the animals. It says, the red fox is a powerful totem. This animal has long been associated with the magical arts of invisibility and shapeshifting. Its natural ability for camouflage stirs wonder in all those who encounter it. Welcome, happy 4th to everyone here. Oh man, so much love. So, we move on, shall we? Magical bird. Let me take a sip of some love water really briefly. This is beautiful, right? Thank you so much for being here and reading books. The book readers community, highest heart love, all my mods. I love you, I love you, I love you. Wow, that's some magical water. Woo! Completely healing. Wow. Oh, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for reading books. Much honor. Peace, YouTube. Here we go. 277. Giraffe. Oh! Right, Grayson? Thank you so much for being here. Giraffe medicine. Here we go. Keynote. Farsightedness. Cycle of power. Year round. The giraffe is the tallest of all mammals. Although not a native of this continent, it is worth discussing as many people all over the world experience the giraffe as a totem. This tallness enables them to see great distances. This has ties to foreseeing events that are to come. The most outstanding features of the giraffe are, of course, the long, thin legs and the slender and long necks. The neck is their most outstanding feature. As I have mentioned in regard to several other animals, the neck has a great symbolism. It is the point of connection between the head and trunk, the upper and lower. It is the bridge. All bridges help us to cross over into new realms and new perceptions. The long neck, in combination with the giraffe's exceptional keen eyesight, makes it a powerful totem for the far-sightedness and for seeing what lies on the horizon for you. The neck is very strong. Male giraffes twist their necks around each other to test strength. The force of the head blow, directed by the neck muscles in defense, is great. It hints at using what is most natural for the greatest power. The throat and the neck are also associated with expression and communication. The giraffe makes no noise other than an occasional snort. It can moo and bleat, but most of its communication occurs through the body language. If the giraffe is your totem, are you saying things you shouldn't? Are you not saying things that you should? Are you allowing others to speak inappropriately or allowing their words to affect yourself? If a giraffe has come into your life, ask yourself some important questions. Are you seeing what is ahead of you? Are you afraid to look ahead? Are you seeing other people's perspective? Do you allow others' refusal to see your own perspective affect your life? Are you seeing the consequences of your thoughts, words, and deeds? The giraffe can help you in answering these questions. The long, thin legs of the giraffe are symbolic as well. Legs enable us to move. They are symbols of balance and represent an ability to progress. With the giraffe, yes, you have your legs and your feet on the ground and your head in the sky. Are you resisting moving into new areas you see for yourself? Are you resisting change? Are you afraid of the future? The giraffe can show you the future and how best to move toward it. When running, the legs and the neck of the giraffe work together, reminding us that it is not enough to see the future, but you must move toward it as well. The giraffe can teach how to do this most gracefully. The giraffe is a browser, eating twigs, leaves, and buds. Its tongue is used to strip the leaves from the tree. Its long legs do make it difficult for it to get water, so it has developed the ability to go several days without. The giraffe is most vulnerable when it spreads its legs out and lowers its head so that it can drink. This is a reminder to those with a giraffe totem. You will be most vulnerable if you move your sights from the horizons for any great length of time. If you become too static or complacent, you will find life becoming increasingly difficult. The giraffe has a dainty head, which reflects a lot of its social character. Giraffes like each other's company. The strongest ties among giraffes are between the mother and her baby. Giraffe people usually have strong family relationships and friendships as well. On the other hand, on the head of the giraffe are horns that are unlike any other animals. These blunt, long stubs are never shed, and they are covered with skin. As has been mentioned, horns and antlers are symbols of antenna for higher mental faculties and perceptions. With the giraffe, there are actually three horns. The third actually looks more like a lump under the skin, but it is located just above the eyes. This placement is very significant as this is the area of the body associated with the third eye, or inner eye, or mind's eye, the seat for higher intuition. This only serves to reinforce the far-sighted perception that the giraffe and its energies can awaken within you. Top of page 279. Oh, this is so good. Highest heart love, everyone. Peace. Welcome to this 4th of July edition. We're in the 999 hertz frequency. Thanks to Starway Healing Melodies. Thank you so much, YouTube. Highest heart love. Wow. One more, guys. Those were two very beautiful, long totems. We're at the page 279, guys. Learn the Language of the Animals by Ted Andrews. And we just completed giraffe medicine. Thank you so much for the likes and subs. Thank you, thank you. We are pushing towards 500. Thank you so much, man. Oh, so much honor and love. We're going to get there. We started out like, what, 40 subs? And that was mainly from my other page. And now look at us. Man, I honor you. Highest heart love. It's a beautiful thing, right, guys? Love you. Okay, so one more, right? Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, one more. Go. Go. I love this so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you. Highest heart love. Goat, medicine, mountain. Top of page 279, Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. Keynote, sure-footedness and seeking new heights. Cycle of power. Late fall and early winter. Everything about the mountain goat enables it to survive in the higher altitudes of mountain regions. Its thick wool insulates its greater skeletal flexibility, aids in its climbing, and even its feet are adaptive to their environment. Anyone with a mountain goat as a totem would do well to study the significance of its living environment, the high mountainous regions. The mountain goat is noted for its dynamic climbing ability. The toes act like pliers, aiding their grip as they move up steep ledges. The soft pads on the bottom act as suction cups, giving them greater sure footedness. They can stand on their hind legs and pull themselves up with the front. Even the kids can stand almost immediately upon birth and begin climbing shortly after. Their highly flexible skeletal system is very significant. Comprised of bones and cartilage, it is the support system for the framework of the body and assists in its movement. If a mountain goat has shown up as a totem, ask yourself some important questions. Are you getting the support you need as you move up into new areas? Are you giving the proper support to others as they move? Are you being too inflexible in exploring new possibilities? Are you feeling a lack of support or a need for support? Is something wrong with the basic structure of your life? The mountain goat can, of course, descend much quicker than it can climb. The flexibility of its spine and its sure footedness enables it to maneuver precarious paths and ledges that would kill other animals. It has been known to make leaps of 30 feet or more to small ledges, barely large enough to stand upon. This reveals much about the flexibility of its skeletal system, but also the ability of its knee joints to absorb shocks. The mountain goat holds the knowledge of how to stretch and reach for new heights and goals. It can teach how to have trust in your own ability to land on your feet. The mountain goat has links astrologically to the sign of Capricorn. You may want to look toward this time of year as being a significant one for culminating new moves or initiating them. The goat may have shown up to get you prepared. Anyone with a mountain goat as a totem should study the qualities and characteristics associated with the sign of Capricorn. Because of its connection to Capricorn types of energy, ask yourself important questions. Are you being too serious? Not serious enough? Are you not preparing diligently enough for the new moves in your life? It can reflect a time of studiousness and industry, but it also can help when ambition and opportunistic behaviors get out of hand. Please, the horns of the mountain goat give it the ability to perceive what lies ahead in the future, and with its natural climbing ability, it can reveal how you personally can best achieve the future. Mountain goats will fight with their horns. When threatened, they circle and try to stab with their sharp points. They have been known to even kill grizzly bears. The thick coat of the goat enables it to withstand severe winter conditions. This reveals much about this animal's abilities as a totem. It can help you to keep focused and move step by precarious step to new heights, all the while protecting you from any severe life conditions. It is not unusual to have a mountain goat show up as a temporary totem when conditions become difficult and we fear slipping back. Its energies help us to regain balance, perspective, and continue the climb. The goat may also link you to past lives associated with Greece. It is a symbol that shows up predominantly in Greek mythology. It has ties to the nature god Pan and to Almathea and the horn of plenty. A study of the lore around them will provide insight into the role the goat will play within your own life. If the mountain goat has climbed into your life, this is a time to begin new climbs and new endeavors. You will not need to rush into them. With proper foresight, you will see what is ahead and will be able move forward with great surety. The mountain goat is completed. The middle of page 280 of Animal Speak. Learn the language of the animals, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures, great and small. So, we'll pause right here, and when we pick up at the middle of page 280. Ted Andrews, Master Ted Andrews, just giving us the light, animal medicine. Thank you for reading the books with us. Thank you for going through the playlist as well as subbing. We're pushing towards 500. Such a magical part of YouTube. This is the peaceful part of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. So right now we're in the era of Master Ted Andrews. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Happy Friday, Juma. It's been a beautiful day. Wishing all the best for all of us. We have to continue to speak love and light to our friends and family, right? Thank you so much. Peace and honor. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. You're shaking it up in the world. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Peace, peace. I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day.